If you're looking for the best home telescope, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on the features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Celestron NexStar 130's LT computerized telescope. This auto-tracking Newtonian telescope from Celestron is the ideal choice for anybody wanting to upgrade from their first telescope. The 5-inch, 130mm aperture and 307 times magnification ensure it matches the performance of any other models in the same price bracket. It's also the least expensive telescope to feature Celestron's acclaimed Sky-Line technology for meticulous scanning of the night skies. By simply aligning the telescope with any 3 bright objects in the sky, your device will position itself using the onboard computer. Lightweight and portable, an internal battery powers the motor for untethered functionality. The telescope and mount can be quickly assembled without any tools for added portability. As for the image, it is of the usual standard you would expect from Celestron, the larger mirror allowing for more light from fainter images. The enclosed eyepieces for your telescope offer a wide field of view, and the kit also includes a finder scope. The NexStar 130's LT is about as cheap as it gets for a quality computerized telescope and offers great value for money. This scope has been designed as an affordable entry-level telescope, but could also be used by more advanced mid-level astronomers. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Celestron 127 EQ Power Seeker Telescope. Here's a great telescope for the amateur or aspiring astronomer. The Power Seeker 127 EQ telescope by Celestron features 127 aperture and 1000 focal length, perfect for someone who wants an affordable and easy-to-use first telescope. There are no tools required for assembly with this one, so putting it together out of the box is a breeze. It's essentially as simple as connecting the tripod to the telescope and then attaching the desired eyepiece. Piece of cake. The Power Seeker 127 EQ includes a 3x Barlow lens, which triples the magnifying power of each lens. There are 2 eyepieces included. Their focal lengths are 4 and 20. Celestron even includes some free software with this telescope that you can use to learn and locate thousands of celestial objects. It's 17 pounds, so this telescope is pretty easy to travel with. There's a 2-year limited warranty included on this unit, so you can buy in confidence. Celestron offers an accessory kit for their Power Seeker line if you want to expand this telescope's abilities a bit. For the beginner astronomer, the idea behind this unit is to not waste any time learning to view the night sky in detail. The number 3 position is held by Celestron 31045 AstroMaster 130 EQ Newtonian Reflector Telescope. Here's a higher quality telescope by Celestron. This unit is very capable. Yet Celestron was able to keep its no-tool assembly and operation simple and easy. The AstroMaster series is a top-reviewed and reasonably affordable line, this telescope being one of the best value units in the series. The aperture of this telescope is 130 and the focal length is 650. The highest magnification is 307. It's a 28-pound telescope, so it's a bit on the heavier side, but still totally portable. The German equatorial mount with setting circles makes it easy to track celestial objects with this unit. The quick-release dovetail attachment for the tube makes the setup and breakdown of this telescope quite simple. The permanently mounted star pointer is a very user-friendly way to orient yourself and target objects when getting set up. Furthermore, the erect image optics employed with this unit make this scope great for both terrestrial and astronomical use. All of the features of this telescope add to its high quality and usability without giving you anything you don't need. The Newtonian reflector telescopes in the AstroMaster series are recommended for viewing brighter deep space objects like galaxies and nebulae. So if that's what you're into, this is the go-to affordable telescope. The larger aperture of this scope is what makes it a higher quality unit. Once you become familiar with all the gadgets and components included with this telescope, you will no doubt be impressed with the views it generates. This is a good one for beginners and accomplished astronomers alike. Next at number 4, we have Celestron FirstScope Telescope. Don't be tempted by those cheap My First Telescope sets you often see at your local toy store. If you want to interest your child in astronomy, why not introduce them to one of the best brands, Celestron? The tabletop spin and tilt design of the Celestron FirstScope reflector telescope makes it easy for kids to use. The stylish outer of the tube is decorated with the names of famous astronomers through history to inspire your kids, even when it's sitting on a shelf. The FirstScope telescope comes with a 3-inch primary mirror, which you would normally have trouble finding for such a low price, certainly not in one of those toy store telescopes. 2 eyepieces, 20mm, form offer both wide and close-up views. Although the 3-inch aperture may seem small, a fast focal ratio of 3.95 allows for the kids to see objects in deep space on a darker, preferably moonless night. With a little patience and darker conditions, planets, nebulae, and maybe a few galaxies are within reach. This FirstScope from Celestron features a remarkable optical quality for the price, although it lacks many of the features of slightly more expensive scopes. It's durable and attractive to look at, an essential factor when choosing the best telescope for kids. The number 5 position is held by Sky-Watcher EvoStar 180 APO doublet refractor telescope. This large refractor telescope from Sky-Watcher features the best quality lenses of any telescopes in this telescope buying guide. It's the only telescope we have featured which doesn't include a mount yet still costs more than all but the top choice. That cost can be put down to the 100mm, 3.93-inch objective lens, which is large for a refractor telescope and a very high quality. The APO in the name stands for apochromatic. Without getting too technical, these lenses are manufactured to reduce the chromatic image distortions of standard lenses. These lenses can be much more expensive to manufacture, with a lens just 1.7 inches or 20mm of the larger model costing almost double the scope. The doublet feature refers to a lens made from 2 simpler lenses aligned in a way which improves image quality considerably. As you can imagine, this is a very special telescope with a good aperture, combined with a superior refractor. You can view bright objects, like the moon and planets, with a high level of detail and very little distortion. To get an image this clear from a standard lens telescope would cost much more than the double lens of the Sky-Watcher. The number 6 position is dominated by Meade Instruments StarNavigator telescope. The Meade Instruments StarNavigator range of telescopes use laboratory-quality optics and refractor telescopes that are easy to use. This mid-range scope would be ideal for a beginner with its simple-to-use AudioStar with Astronomer Go to computer technology. A 102mm or about 4 inches of aperture provides roughly 4 times the light-gathering Galileo used in his telescopes. The lenses have been coded to be achromatic and distort the colors less than most other lenses of its size. The onboard computer's intuitive software has been designed to be simple to use for beginners. You only need to perform a short alignment process to tell the telescope where it is and what time it is. Although you can spot many more of the 30,000 stars in the database using the Go to technology, when first starting, the manual positioning can be preferable. A simple alt-azimuth mount means you can easily move the telescope up, down, left, and right when tracking objects. There may be a few cheaper telescopes with computer guiding systems available, but the Meade StarNavigator is one of the most simple to use. Ideal for beginners or intermediate astronomers, the scope can also be used as a spotting telescope for Earth viewing. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Orion SkyQuest XT10. We start with one of the most expensive home telescopes we've looked at, a computerized Gibsonian telescope. If you're serious about taking your astronomy to the next level, the Orion 10135 SkyQuest XT10 is an ideal, albeit expensive, choice. The Orion 10135 features a generous 10-inch aperture, which is excellent at gathering light and provides crystal clear images. Distant galaxies and nebulae can be viewed with intricate details, making this the perfect telescope for viewing deep sky phenomena. The Go to function is very easy to use once you get the hang of it, but as a reflector, it will need aligning before use. However, alignment shouldn't need to be performed too often with its bulk and weight. You won't be moving this telescope too much. Simply pushing a button directs the telescope to focus on any one of the 42,000 objects in the linked database. Plus, the Go to software automatically tracks their movement and keeps them centered in your field of vision, even as their position changes. Although it is quite expensive, it has great specifications. You are getting a high-tech piece of equipment which can meet the demands of a seasoned astronomer. The Go to software also makes it suitable for the whole family, even beginners with a little guidance. The number 8 position is held by Celestron NexStar 6SE telescope. Celestron is one of the most respected brands of astronomical telescopes. The iconic orange tube design is one of its most popular catadioptric telescopes, with the NexStar 6 SE being the best selling of the SE models. Although there is a larger model available with an 8-inch aperture, the 6-inch model is much more affordable. 6 inches isn't too shabby, and the Sirius electronics will help you see more than you would with Newtonian reflector of a similar size. Being a Schmidt-Cassegrain telescope, it uses mirrors and lens for impressive light gathering with a very slow focal length for planets. The onboard GPS and Celestron's Skyline technology do the hard work for you and can locate more than 40,000 objects in the night sky. If you live in an urban area with light-polluted skies, the motorized SE avoids star hopping by pointing directly at an object using computer-controlled directions. This may not be the smallest telescope on the market, but at only 21 pounds it weighs less than many competitors. The unique single fork, arm, and sturdy steel tripod will be broken down into separate components for taking on a road trip. There are cheaper telescopes available which will offer the same view, but the 6SE scores some serious points for its impressive onboard tech and portability. However, it's not a great choice for astrophotography, despite the crystal clear images, as the motorized mount can cause blurring motions. Finally, the number 9 position is dominated by Gskyer Astronomical Refractor Telescope. Gskyer is a brand that has been making telescopes for over 20 years, using German space technology for all its products. The end result is a telescope that offers great performance at a low budget price point. A 70mm, it is European, and metric aperture is ideal for viewing most of the celestial objects you would want to view. All the glass optics in this refractor telescope have been coated so they automatically adjust the brightness of stars to a safe and comfortable level for viewing. The aperture of this refractor is large enough to yield detailed images of the moon or planets. A cool feature is the included smartphone adapter and Bluetooth camera remote. You can easily take photos or even videos on your phone for sharing. Perhaps my favorite aspect of this refractor telescope kit is how portable it is. Often, when learning about astronomy, you can be disappointed by the sparse viewings in light-polluted urban areas. With the included carry bag and lightweight aluminum alloy tripod, this is the ideal budget telescope for stargazing when backpacking or hiking. Overall, this produces clear images of celestial bodies, especially the moon and other planets, making it the choice for the best budget price telescope. That's all for today. We upload outdoor product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.